So here we are with another tutorial of creating a detailed, insightful Power BI report using Global YouTube Statistics 2023 dataset. And today we will build our Power BI project right from scratch. We will load the dataset, transform it, and then add slices and create charts. And we'll be moving ahead to completing our Power BI project. And in today's Power BI report, we're gonna analyze the key trends, like which is the highest subscribed YouTuber, which is the top earner YouTuber, which is the most viewed channel across all the countries. So without wasting any further time, we will be moving ahead towards our project and see what this data reveals. So this is our data set, and as you can see that it is quite a long data set, and it has around 1000 rows and a lot of attributes, and some of which are not useful to us, so we will be removing them when we will transform our dataset in the Power BI. So it has got the rank of the channel, the YouTuber subscribers, its views, which category it lies in, the title of a particular YouTube channel, number of uploads, from which country the YouTuber belongs to, and then the country abbreviation. Again, we have the channel type, video views in the last 30 days. Then we have the video views for the last 30 days, lowest earning, highest monthly earning, lowest yearly earning, highest yearly earning, subscribers for last 30 days, created year, month, date. And then we have some other attributes as well, which are not as useful to us, which we will transform, as I said. So let's move to the Power BI window. So as you guys all know that whenever we open Power BI, you get this blank report window, which looks something like this. So first we'll load a data set. So it is a CSV file, so I'll select CSV, and then I'll select my data set. So here's our data set. So we can first transform a data set and then load it, or we can first load it and then transform it. So first we're going to move ahead to transform our data set. Yeah. So what we gonna do in the transformation is that first we gotta replace all the null values, basically, which you can see here is NaN values that we have, or in some of the columns you have null as well. So you guys, so what we will be doing is we will be replacing these NaN or null values. Okay, first let us just remove the unnecessary attributes. So that will be first the gross tertiary education enrollment percentage. This we don't really need this column, so we're gonna remove this column. Also, we will not be needing any of these columns, the population, unemployment rate, not even the urban population, latitude, longitude. We don't need all these columns, so we're gonna just simply select these columns and click on remove columns. Yeah. Now first what we will do is we will replace all the null values, which is basically these NaN values. So in this column, as you can see, it is a text data type column. So I'll just so I can just remove these NaN columns, rows, all the rows which have NaN. So I'm gonna select this, I'm gonna select remove rows, Okay, so we can select equals. So basically this is a row filter which will help us to remove all the rows which have the nan values or the null values. So we'll select keep rows where category is not equals to, and we will enter here nan. So basically it will remove all the rows which have value of in this category column equals to nan, and we will click OK. You guys can see that we have removed all the rows which have which had nan as the value, and similarly I have to do it in these two columns as well. So I'll select this one first and I'll go to text filters, and you can go to directly to does not equal. So keep rows where country does not equal to nan, and you click on OK. And again, as you guys can see that all the rows which had the value in the country column as nan have been removed. Similarly, we will do the same thing for this one as well. And for the columns which have null values or the integer data type, you can do perform the same step as it matters for the row, not the data type. You can just simply go to text filters for them as well, and then you can select keep rows which does not equal to, and you can enter value accordingly. So similarly we're gonna do it for this column as well. We'll select this, go to text filters, does not equal to, we'll type nan here and we'll click on OK. For this column, as you can see, it is an integer type data column, so we will go to. Now for this columns, either you can remove these rows from here or you can just replace them. So I'm replacing values here, and instead of nan I am going to replace it with 0. So as you guys can see, those values which had nan in them have been replaced with 0, and now we have, I think, all the data sorted. Yeah, okay. So that was most of the transformation that we had did. The rest of the data is okay, and now we can move ahead with this data towards creating our report. So we'll hit close and apply. Now it will connect to the model and establish the data set. It takes a while sometimes. Okay, so we have encountered an error here. So you can just click, if sometimes you encounter an error of this type, then you can click on view errors. And then it is loading the error, like we'll see what error it is. Okay, so we are facing error in these particular two rows, and the error particularly lies in this column. As you can see, it has a null value instead of an integer, and this one has an nan value still. So what we are gonna do is, okay, we have basically error in these two columns. So we will simply remove these two rows right here only. So you can just simply select all the attributes and click on delete, and now you can hit close and apply. Yeah, perfect. And now your dataset has been completely loaded and we have transformed it according to our need. So we have all the columns and attributes that we require as of now. So before moving right ahead to creating our report, we'll first go to table views, which is right here, as you guys know. And then we will first calculate few measures and create some measures that we require for creating our report. So as you guys can see, we have video views column and subscribers column, and also we have the uploads column. So we need the measure for total views, total subscribers, and total uploads first. So we're going to create these measures. So click on new measure and you can write your dax command right here. So first measure that we are creating is for total views, which is nothing but the sum of views, video views. Close the bracket, you will hit enter and you will have your measure right here. Similarly, we are gonna create two more measures for total subscribers and total uploads as well. So total uploads, which is equals to sum of the uploads, and we have a total uploads measure right here. Another one that we need is for the total subscribers, which is total subscribers. I'm writing it is in short form as subs, total subs, which is equals to the sum of subscribers. Close the bracket, hit enter, and we have our total subscribers measure right here. Okay, now we need to create few quick measures as well. I mean, we need few measures more, which would be first, we need a measure for count of category. Basically, we need to know that how many distinct categories we have in our dataset. So for that, we're gonna create a measure and we're gonna name it as category count, which is distinct count of category. So by using the distinct count function, you will get all the distinct categories that are present in this category column in a dataset, and you have your measure right here. And similarly, first we need okay, and now what we are gonna do is to find, as you guys can see, we have earnings also given here, but these are the monthly earnings and the yearly earnings, which are not useful to us as such. But to find the YouTuber and to give an analysis in our report that which is the top earner amongst all the YouTubers that are present in the dataset. So for that we need top YouTuber by earning, and so for that we need estimated earning of each and every YouTuber. And in YouTube, the total estimated earning which is calculated is according to the views. the YouTuber gets paid according to the views, and the basic CPM that we are assuming here is 0.01 per view. So for that, we're going to create earning column. So we're going to create a new column. What we're going to do is we'll click on new column button. So as I said, for the earning, we need the estimate which is equals to the video views into 0.01, which is the CPM, which is assuming that a YouTuber gets an earning of 0.01 rupees, or whatever currency in whichever country they are present. So assuming that, we're going to create a column called estimated earning. So we're going to name it as estimated earning, which is equals to video views multiplied with 0.01. Hit enter, and you will have your column here, but it is in like point decimal. I don't need it to be in decimal. So for that, what you can do is you can go to data type, you can click on this arrow, and you can change it to whole number. Click yes, and you will see that our data will change into whole numbers. Yes, as you guys can see that it has changed into whole numbers. So we have calculated this, and from this we are gonna calculate a new measure. So for that, go to home, click on new measure. We need a measure called total estimated earning, which is nothing but the sum of estimated earning. So the total estimated earning, which is equals to the sum of estimated earning. Close the bracket, hit enter, and you will have your measure right here. Now we need to calculate, and we need to find out which is the most subscribed channel, which is the most viewed channel, and which is the top earner. And also we're gonna create a measure for which is the most streamed category. So we need to create all these four measures. So first we will be creating the measure for which is the most viewed category, or which is the most favorite category of the audience. So for that, we're going to name the measure as most viewed or most popular category. And for this, we will be using a filter, which is the top end filter. If you guys remember that we use that while creating charts, going to the filter section, and then we apply that by removing the basic filtering and applying the top end filter. So we're going to apply that top end filter in our DAX query. So how we'll apply is we'll simply type top n, and we'll get the suggestion. And as we need the most popular category, that is we need just only one, so we need to apply a filter. Think of it as top one. Instead of top n, we need top one. So we need to type 1 here, comma, the category that we need to filter out or to sort, which is the category. So we will be typing here as category. And now what we gonna do is we need to provide the, basically we need to provide on what basis we need to sort this. So we need to sort this on basis of views, as we need the most popular category. So we will take the most popular category as that one which has the most number of views. So for that, we will be giving it the value or passing the value according to which we need the column to be sort, which is the total views right here. Okay, for this here we need to also use a function called all, and then we need to pass our column or table inside that all function, and then we need to, as I said, we need to provide the expression according which we need to which we want this data to be sorted, and we need to sort in descending order, of course, because we need the category with the most number of views. So if we will sort it in descending order, then only we will get the first category, which will be there as the most viewed category. So closing the bracket, hit enter, and you will have your measure here, which is the most popular category. Similarly, like this, we are going to create 3 more measures, which will be, the first one is the top earner, which is equals to, again we're going to use the top end filter. We need the first value only. Then we're going to use all function. We're going to pass YouTuber this time, and we're going to sort it according to the total earning measure that we have calculated, total estimated earning, and we need to sort it in the descending order. So we will be writing DESC, close the bracket, hit enter, and you will have your measure for the top earner right here. Similarly, you'll be creating a measure for the top YouTube channel by views. We're gonna name it as top viewed channel or top most viewed YouTuber, you can say. So we will be writing as most viewed channel, which is equals to, okay, there is some mistake. Okay, we need to name it again. So which was most viewed YouTuber, let's say. So again, we're going to use a top end filter. We need the first value only. We will use all function. We'll pass the YouTuber column. We need to sort it according to, this time according to the total views. So we will pass the total views measure that we have calculated earlier, and then we will write DESC, close the bracket, hit enter, and you will have your measure for the most viewed YouTuber right here. So we have the most viewed YouTuber, most popular category, the top earning YouTuber. Now we need the most subscribed YouTuber. So this time I'm gonna just copy this, create a new measure, and I'm going to paste it and rename this to most subscribed YouTuber. And instead of the total views, we will be using the measure total subscribers that we have created earlier. Hit enter, and I have my measure right here for the total, sorry, the most subscribed YouTuber. Now, one last measure that we need is the YouTuber count. We need to find out how many distinct number of YouTubers are present in our data set. So we are going to create a new measure for that as well. So click on new measure, and we need YouTuber count. So we need to name our measure as YouTuber count, which is, and for that we will be using the distinct count function again, passing the YouTuber column, and we will have our measure, and here we have our measure for the YouTuber count. Okay, so I think That is all that we need to do in this table view section. We have created all the required measures and the columns that we need for building our report. So now let's move ahead to creating our report. So we'll go to the report view section, and first I'll be adding a title to our report. So for that, click on text box, and I'm going to name my report as Global YouTube Statistics Report. And then you can change the font size, font style, color, everything accordingly. I'm gonna just increase the size to 20, make it bold, make it white, which you will understand why, because I'll add the background color to the title box. So I need the title to be in white. Now I will place this title box. Okay, I'll also need my title to be in center. Perfect. For the background colors, I'm gonna go into effects and background color. As this is for, we're building a report for YouTube, so I thought to add red color which resembles YouTube obviously. So I have a hex code for a particular color, which is this. Perfect. And I'm also gonna select this U here, and I will change its font color to black, just only this U part, which resembles YouTube, if you guys can see. And that's our title for our report right here. Isn't it looking beautiful, this title? Because adding this little bit, what I did here with the colors and the background color, that elevates your report. So you guys need to be creative while creating report, adding titles to it. You need to think about the color schema which you are using, and the slicers, the charts. Basically, you need to be little creative and analytical as well at the same time while creating your report. So this is a title box, and for the slicer part, I'll select a new slicer, which is this one right here, and I'm going to create just one slicer for this report, which is for the country, as we have a lot of countries within our report. So we need to have a slicer which will give, by just a single click, we can just change our report completely for a particular country. If I need to know the stats for particularly for USA or Europe or UAE, then I can do that. So for that, we need a slicer for country, and I'm gonna drag the country part to this field. Perfect. And now we're gonna edit it. So what I need is, first of all, I need it to be rounded rectangles. Then in the layout part, I need it to be a single column which will display the maximum possible. Okay, this is not good. Around 8. I think 8 is fine. And the values would be this font. They will be in center. Okay, and I think For the title part, I will add a background color to the title, which will be the same, this particular red color that I had added to the title as well, title of the report as well. Make sure to keep the font same. For the background color, I'm gonna go with the same color, which is this one, and we need to change the text color to white. We'll make it bold. Yeah, perfect. And then to the effects part, what I can do is I need to change the color of this, like of this particular value, this boundary color, this line color. I need to change it to this red only, or else I can change the font color of this to red, keeping this boundary black. So for this values, I will be keeping them, okay, semi bold only, and changing it to red. For the for the boundary part, I'll be keeping it to black. I think 1 pixel is fine. And these are two rounded corners, so I need to change it to from here to 20. I think this is good. Also in the layout part, I think 8 is also too much. I think 7 is fine. Now we will place our slicer accordingly. So I need it to be present right here, just like this. Okay. And perfect. Now, yeah, I think it looks good. So first we will change the view of our report to the whole page. Yeah. Also, we haven't saved our progress till yet, so we'll first save our project first. It is taking a minute. Yeah. Global YouTube statistics. Report. And you're gonna save it. Make sure always to save your progress so you don't lose it. Also, let me show you how our report will finally look like when we will finish creating our report. So it will look something like this. Isn't it looking beautiful? You have the slicers here, and you have all the charts and the cards, which we will be creating right now, the cards and the charts. So that's how our report is going to look like by the end of this tutorial. Okay, perfect. So let us now move ahead to creating our cards. So we'll move ahead, create charts for the report. For that, I need to change the size of the canvas a little bit. So we will go to custom and we will change it to the basically the width of it. And now we have to adjust this accordingly, the title and the slicer that we have created. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, so now we will add cards first. So the first card that I am adding is for the total number of YouTubers. For that, we will use the measure that we have created for the YouTuber count. And similarly, we will create more cards like this, but we will first edit this one. So I need my font to be this and the font size to be around this. Okay, and this color will be black, font will be this one, and I don't want this YouTuber count to be written here, over here like this, so I will go here and I will click on rename for this visual, and I want here just simply YouTubers and enter, and I'll add a background color and a border for the visual effects. So go to effects, turn on the border and the shadow. For the background color, I will be adding this color. Okay, this is too dark. I think this would be fine. With along with this much transparency, I think. Yeah, I think this is fine. For the borders, I want the corners to be rounded around 4 pixels. Perfect. So that is our first card. I need more cards like this, so I'll simply just copy it and we'll create copy of as many cards as we want. So for the second card, I want it to be of the most viewed channel, and I'll use the most viewed YouTuber measure that we have created earlier, and we will rename this as the highest viewed channel. Yeah, like this. And in this one, I want highest subscribed channel. So for that, I'm gonna use the most subscribed, yeah, this measure that we had calculated, and I'm gonna rename it to the highest subscribed channel. Perfect. In this one, I want the most popular category. We're gonna use the most popular category measure that we had created earlier, and I'll rename it to most popular category only. Yeah, perfect. And in the last card, I want the top earner, or the highest earning YouTuber. So for that, I'm going to use the top earner measure that we had created earlier, and I'm gonna rename it to and keep it as top earner itself. Now we're gonna just place our cards accordingly, make sure that they are of the same size always. And this is the little bit hectic part, arrange and adjust everything properly. Okay, so I'll place this one. I think this is good, and I'll place this one right here. This one would be coming right here. This one is not according to the size. We need to make them all of the equal sizes right here, and this one would be coming right here. Perfect. I think it looks good now. Okay, so that is for our cards. Now we're gonna create our very first chart, which will be a pie chart, and we want the top categories according to the views, or top category by views for this one. So for this I would be putting the views in the values part, and for the legend I'll be adding the category. But this is clustered and there are a lot of categories, so I just want the top 5 categories only by view. So for that I'll just simply go here and apply a filter, which will be a top end filter again, and I'll apply it to categories. I want the top end filter. I want just the top 5 categories, which will be sorted according by the views, which is the video views. So I'll drag and drop it here, and I'll apply. Yeah, so these are my top 5 categories. Now we're gonna just format our pie chart. So for the title first, I want it to be the top 5 categories by views. Perfect. And I need the background for the title as well. So for that, first let me just change this a little bit. Okay, and what we are doing here is make sure that everything is right in place. Yeah, I think it is okay. And for the detail labels part also, we need to change the formatting a little bit. Yeah, this is good. And for the background of the title, I am using the same red color as I had used earlier, and then obviously we need to change the text color to white. Perfect. Now we just need to change the slices color as it doesn't coordinate with our color schema at all. So we need to change the color slices, and make sure every time you change the slices of a color that add a color gradient, it because it looks good, because then you will use just only one color for all the categories in the pie chart or donut chart, or even when you add a conditional formatting in the color for stacked column chart, stacked bar chart, or something like that. So we will be using just single color, and we will, for example, like for the music, I'll use the darker shade of that single color, and for the next entertainment category, I'll use the same color but in a lighter shade, and so on. So for this one, I'll go to visual, I'll go to slices, and then I'll add my color. And if you don't understand that what color to use, what color schema to use, or you're stuck that which color will go with this red white color theme, so you can just search and you can just go on to Cooler Hunt, or you can just, there are many websites, other websites like such as Coolers, Cooler Hunt. You can just go and search for which whatever color you need, and you can just go there. So for now I have a color which is this particular color, which I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna just change it a little bit for the first music category. Yeah, and I'm just gonna add a lighter version of it to this entertainment one. So first let me click on this, and then I'll be moving ahead with a lighter version, lighter shade of this, such as this one right here. And for the next category, again I'm gonna go to that particular color, and I'm gonna go an even lighter version this time. Yeah, I think this is good. Again, we're gonna repeat those steps and go even lighter this time. Yeah, I think this looks good. Again, just one more time for the gaming category as well. And we will go even lighter this time. So yeah, I think this is good. Okay, so I hope you get what I'm trying to say here, that always make sure that everything is in a color contrast, everything goes hand to hand. So for the color schema, as I said, you can just head on to internet and you can explore coolers or cooler color hunt, and you can find out which color is going with which color. You can get complete color schemas there, and then you can make your report and apply those color schemas just by copy pasting them from there to here. And so I hope you understand the point of using a single color and applying a gradient in these slices while making a donut chart or pie chart, because we have to apply manually. Instead, unlike in the column chart or bar chart, there is an option for condition formatting. So one last step in this is, in this particular chart, is I'll add a border to it as well. So I'll go to effects and I'll add a border. Perfect. I want it to be little bit rounded. I think 3 pixels is good. Yeah, that's how we create our very first. Okay, so we have created our pie chart, and I think I need to adjust this a little bit before moving on to the next chart. Yeah, I think this is fine now. Okay, so the next chart that we'll be creating is, we got the categories, which are the top 5 categories by views. Now we need to analyze like which are the top 5 YouTubers by views. So for that, we'll be creating a line chart, and we'll add the views in the y-axis, and similarly we'll add YouTuber column in the x-axis. Yeah, perfect. But as similarly in this chart as well, there are a lot of YouTubers, and that's not how a line chart looks like. So we need to filter out, and we need just the top 5 YouTubers by views. So we'll apply a filter to the YouTuber, and we will apply a top end filter. We need the top 5 YouTubers according to views. So I'm gonna drag views here in the by value part, and I'm gonna apply. Okay, so here are the top 5 YouTubers according to views, top 5 YouTubers by views, and we're gonna name the title just that only, which is top 5 YouTubers by views. I'm gonna place our heading in the center, and for the formatting part, I will just first click it, select format painter, and paste the formatting right here. Perfect. And for the line part, I don't want the line to look this blue. Instead, I want this color in the line as well. So for that, I'm going to go to lines, and I will go to then color, and I'll change it to which was my initial hex code, which is this. Yes, I want my line to look like this. And for the markers, yes, perfect. I need the data labels also, and for the y-axis, I'll just change the font of the title. Similarly for the x-axis. So you need to format these little things mostly every time whenever you create a new chart. Okay. And for the y-axis part in the title section, also I'm going to reduce it to this. For the values, I need to change the color to black. I think it's perfect. Yeah. I just need to change the title of the y-axis, which I can go and change it from here by clicking on rename for this visual, and I want it to be just simply video views, not video views, just simply views. And that's how we have created another chart. We'll just resize it a little bit. Perfect. We have the border here as well, as because we have copied the basic formatting from this chart. We'll save our progress, and then we will move on to creating our next chart, which would be the top YouTubers according to the uploads, as we want to see in which country which are the top YouTubers which are uploading more videos. And so for that we need a chart, and we're gonna create a tree map, which you can select right here, as you can see. And for the values, for the category, I will add the YouTuber, and for the values I will add uploads. Perfect. Again, as you can see, there are a lot of whole lot of clustered here because there are a lot of YouTubers. So we'll apply the top end filter again to YouTuber by going here, and we will apply the top end filter as we need only the top 5 YouTubers according to uploads. So we'll select enter 5, and we need it by upload, so we will drag uploads here, click apply, and you will have the top 5 YouTubers according to uploads. And for the formatting, I'll select this chart, and I'll select this chart. I'll click on format painter, and I'll paste the formatting here. Okay, so first let me just place this chart, and then we can edit the formattings of it. Right, so first let us just change the title. First I want the data labels to be turned on, and I want them in white color. Next we will change the title, as we want the title to be the top 5 YouTubers by upload. Okay, now we'll go to visual, and for the colors part I'll apply a conditional formatting here. Just for that same color I want a gradient format style, and the highest value should be colored as that same orange which has the hex code E86C0D, and I want the same color here, just the lighter version of it. For the lowest value we will have the lighter version, and for the highest value we will have the dark version of that same color. And on what basis this color conditional formatting of color should be applied on, you can select that from right here. So for that I need it to be according to the uploads, so I'll select uploads here, and I'll make sure that for the lowest value it is the lighter version of that exact same color. I think this is good, and I'll click OK, and see, it applied the color formatting and it is looking beautiful. Now I just need to change little bit formatting for the data labels and the category labels. So for the category labels, I think I should keep it as black instead of white. and the font to be bold or semi bold is good, I think. Yeah, it looks good. Similarly for the data labels, I'll change the font to, okay, it is semi bold. It's only, I'll change the color to black. Perfect. I think it looks good now. Don't forget to save your progress. So that's how we have created our third chart. Now we will be moving ahead creating our next chart, which is going to be the top YouTubers according to subscribers. So we'll be creating a stacked column chart for that. And after this, we are going to create another chart, which would be the top YouTubers which have the highest earnings, or the top earning YouTubers. First, talking about this chart, we are using a stacked column chart for the top YouTubers by subscribers. Y-axis, I'll add the subscribers, which is right here, and in the x-axis, I'll add the YouTubers. Again, we don't want all this, so we'll apply the filters to the YouTubers, and we'll select the top end filter. We need just the top 5 YouTubers. This top 5 YouTubers according to subscribers. So we'll drag subscribers in this by value part. We'll click apply, and here we have our top 5 YouTubers according to top 5 YouTubers by subscribers. For the formatting part, I will just select this tree map chart, and I'll click format painter, and I'll paste the formatting right here. I need to change the title of this chart to top 5 YouTubers by subscribers. And we'll go to visual part, we'll go to columns. For the color part, we'll apply this conditional formatting according to the sum of subscribers now instead of the sum of uploads. So we'll select subscribers here, we'll click OK. Just a little bit formatting for the title, for the font size, and for the value. Similarly, on the x-axis, we need to change. Same for the values and the title. All right, and just last add formatting, which is changing this y-axis. So we'll click on this, we'll click on rename for this visual, and I want just subscribers here. So I'll enter subscribers, click enter, and we have our fourth chart right here. We'll place this accordingly. Perfect. And we want the legend here to be in center, so we'll change the position from the top left to top center. And that's how we have created our fourth chart. Okay, and moving ahead to our last chart for this report, which will be an area chart, which will give us the top earners or the top earning YouTubers in a particular country, which we will be selecting by using a slicer that we have added. So for this chart, in the y-axis part, I'll be adding the, okay, first in the x-axis, I'll obviously add the YouTuber, and for the y-axis, I'll be adding the estimated earning column that we had calculated. So it gives you the sum of estimated earning. If you want to change it to the average estimated earning or any other aggregated value, then you can just simply click on this arrow and you can just select it according to according to your need. I want the sum only to be here, so I'll just simply select this chart. I'll click on format painter and paste the formatting. For the line part, I don't want this blue, so I will go to the color and I'll change it to this color only. And again, I don't want all the YouTubers to be here. I just need the top YouTubers, so I'll apply a top end filter to the YouTubers by going in filter section here, and then I'll select the top end filter. I just want the top 10 YouTubers, so I'll enter 10. I want it according to earning, so I'll drag estimated earning here. I'll click apply, and voila. And for the y-axis, I don't want this long title, so I'll just rename it for this visual, and I want just estimated earnings over here. Perfect. Okay, and now as you can see, you can just apply and click on any country and apply the slicer. As I click on Afghanistan, so there's only just one YouTuber. I want data for Australia. I can just click over here and I will get it for Australia. I want it for Bangladesh. I'll get it for Bangladesh. This is for Andorra. And you can select basically any country that you want. Any, for example, United States, and you have this. And even, and if you want that you want the analysis at a particular instant for more than one countries, then we need to just change the slide setting. So we'll select our slicer, we'll go to here, and in the slicer setting part, we'll turn on this single select. Now you can select multiple countries, and you can get the analysis of all the selected countries in a single report. Okay, so that's it. That's how come to an end for this tutorial, and we have completely created our fully detailed and insightful, beautiful looking report, as you guys have seen. And I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you have learned from it. So that's it for this one, and thank you for watching.